I don't often make this style of video, but today we're going to be doing diagnosis and repair. This is the Sony Vaio PCG-FR130. Let's see if we get some focus. There we go. And here's the trouble. Come on. Fire it up. Watch, now it'll work perfectly. This is as far as we get. Ignore that, that's just a charging indicator. No hard drive activity. And a blinking cursor. So, let's do some diagnosis now. I always suggest to people that you keep regular backups. Do as I say, not as I do. I have got a backup, but it's from August. So, well, I would really rather not go to it if I don't have to. So what I want to do is I want to see if I can get this thing to boot to anything. First and foremost. Looks like no, it's been trashed. So, I'm not really sure how that would have happened. So it looks like I will actually be restoring from the backup. That sucks. This is a double check to make sure that the drive is actually even still good. I've gone into HDAT2 here, and this is not perfect. Rather low hour. But it's not terrible. So, I guess there's one thing. One other thing we could do is to just see what happens. It does see them. So, there's one tool that we can use. Here's another one. I have no idea if this disc even works. It doesn't look like it's in that great a shape, so it probably doesn't. That's not going to stop me from trying it. Try all the tools you can. Somewhere around here I've got another one. Okay, System Rescue CD, default options. Let's just go for that. Because why not? Well, that worked. Please select a key map. Use the default. That'd be interesting to see if this does actually work. I haven't used it in a long time. Oh, look at this, it's Gen 2 Linux. Okay, so we'll get a console here. Yes, I am going to start the graphical interface. I don't really have to, because the tool that I'm going to run is a command line tool anyway, but I might as well. It gives you something pretty to look at when you realize that all your data is screwed. Especially if you didn't take backups. So we are going to run test disk, the data recovery utility. Create a new log file. I want that drive. It should be an Intel partition. I don't think it's EFI. Let's analyze. Invalid boot. Okay. So that should be alright. I might go back, actually, instead of writing that. Let's go ahead and rebuild the boot sector. This isn't something I have to do often, so I hope that this is actually going to work. Now the problem is that I actually have the Grub bootloader on here, and I think I selected Windows, so that might screw something up a little bit. Oops. So we'll see how this goes. Okay. Right boot sector. Yes. So now it should be okay. So you can quit. I'm going to leave that all alone. I'm going to quit out of that. Quit out of this tool. And I will reboot this and see what we get out of it. I mean, the absolute worst possible outcome would be that it's even worse than it is, but... Okay, I want to shut it down. Oh, here we go. Disk. What happens? Nothing. Are you kidding me? Yep, that's screwed. Wow, that's really screwed. You know, in the amount of time that this is going to take to restore, I should probably have just reloaded the whole thing from scratch anyway. So, I bet you any money that this is going to just turn out to be a waste of time. Oh, and I had to screw around with the partitions because apparently that backup is messed up, so take from that what you may. Obviously, the computer doesn't realize that I'm in the middle of something important. Who cares? Almost an hour and a half later, it's finally done. There really was no reason for it to have taken that long. I did notice one problem. You can see here, scroll up, there's our swap partition. You can tell it's swapped because it says unformatted. That's the size it's supposed to be. Those two numbers are supposed to be equivalent. Check this out. Well, once it's finished doing that, which could take goodness only knows how long. Come on. Apparently the computer does not want to do its one job tonight. I don't have all night. I'm not really sure what it thinks it's doing, but it's not doing it correctly. Evidently this is going to take... Oh, here we go. Look at that. Come on, focus, you stupid. I hate cell phones. See that? That's not correct at all. I'd love to know why it's flickering. That's kind of strange. But that's not correct. So this is probably not going to work too well. Are we going to place bets on that this isn't going to work? Because I don't think it will. Especially after dealing with the shenanigans with the partition size. I don't really have time to deal with it tonight either. Hey, look at that. That's promising. Let's actually try and boot something. I have no idea how far behind this is with the updates. I have to think it's probably very far behind. If it even still works. Shouldn't be taking this long to start. There we go. That is very promising. So we'll get out of that. And with any luck, I don't know what's wrong with this thing. It won't open up my system properties. Yeah, that's screwed up. Anyway, probably have to reload that one from a backup next. Let's boot it into Q4 OS. This will be interesting. This will probably not work. If nothing doesn't work, if something doesn't work, it'll probably be this. But it looks like it is actually working. Now I'll just have to let it sit overnight and install updates. Fun times. So there you go. There's a restoration of this Sony Vaio laptop. Tune in next time when I put this computer in the microwave. Okay, I kid, mostly. I'd love to throw it in the microwave because it drives me nuts. I don't know what's wrong with Windows 10, but it's such a piece of junk. So, that one might be my next restoration target, but that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments... Oops, I hit the wrong button. Yeah, I want shut down. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. And this is CP666 signing off, and I hope to see you next time. Till then, if it didn't ram one end of itself straight into the other. Here we go. There we go.